Good morning everyone. Today I will tell about the nutrition full chapter, that is the 10th class related chapter nutrition. So there is a nutrition means nutrition means living organisms require food components for different type of metabolic activities or growth and repair and body functions and different type of energy for survival daily activities. So that's why here there is a different type of living organisms is there. That is the unicellular organisms is there, multicellular organisms is there. So mostly unicellular organisms, they have different type of structure inside their body. So which is absorbing nutrients. So like if you observe plants also, they have different type of mechanism. They are using sunlight and air and water. Then only they are preparing their own food. So that's why there is a autotrophs and heterotrophs also is there. Autotrophs and heterotrophs. So autotrophs is there and heterotrophs also is there. Heterotrophs. Autotrophs means, auto means self. They are prepare their food own. That is the autotrophs. So heterotrophs means they are depend on other organism. They are depend on other organism. Here autotrophs example, best example, all living plants. All plants is autotrophs. Some cyanobacteria also, it has some amount of chlorophyll pigment is there. So that's why that one also example of the autotrophs. Heterotrophs, all animals including human beings also heterotrophs. Next, there is a different type of nutrition also is there. So that is the saprophytic nutrition. Sapro means they are absorbing nutrients. Next, absorbing nutrients. Next, by the process of absorbing their body with the help of cilia. So their outside body also, it has some different type of structures is there, like hair-like structures. That is the cilia also is there. So that's why they are absorbing, like some bacteria also saprophytes. Next, another one is decomposers. Decomposers means which are living dead and decaying matter. So then they are absorbing inside their body also. They are decomposing. So decomposing inside the materials. Next, and that means large materials automatically they are break down into small materials by the process of decomposing. That is the like some example of azotobacter, nitrobacter, like bacteria. That is the next to like examples, some mushrooms also decomposers, some different type of fungi. So these are example of fungi, these are decomposers. Next to some different type of cuscuta also is there. Cuscuta is one type of plant, that is the dodder plant. So these cuscuta also parasitic parasitic plant. So these parasitic plant also, it has parasitic plant. So that means they have different type of root-like structures is there. So those root-like structures known as haustoria. Those root-like structures known as haustoria. Haustoria also is there. So these haustorias are root-like structures in cuscuta, dodder. That is the cuscuta. So this is cuscuta plant. So these cuscuta plant is parasitic plant. Next, it has haustoria roots is there. So these roots automatically penetrate inside the body. penetrate inside the body or plant body especially. So then only these hostorias, it's automatically penetrate and automatically absorb the inside the nutrients. Then only absorbed by the help of root-like structures, that is the hostorias in Cuscuta. So this is the general topic of nutrition. Next, if you observe unicellular organisms in amoeba also, so there is a shapeless is there amoeba. So inside also there is a there's some here foot-like structures is there. These finger-like projections, these known as pseudopodia. Pseudopodias also is there. But pseudopodia is not real foot, but it has some finger-like projections. So these pseudopodia only it absorbing food materials inside the body automatically. So then another one, if you observe, there is a paramecium is there. So paramecium also there is a one spot-like structure is there, food spot is there. So this is cytostome also is there. So then inside also there is a food vacuole also is there. So then automatically digested inside the body, absorb the nutrients. So then another one, there is a plants is there. So if you observe the plants, they are plants only food prepare themselves. Plants only food prepare their body structure. That means it has own mechanism is there. So that process is known as photosynthesis. That process known as photosynthesis. Photo means light. Synthesis means which are they are using different type of raw materials. Like raw materials, they are using carbon dioxide, using sunlight. So next another one, they are using water. So these are known as raw materials. So they are using these raw materials, then only prepare their food by the process. That process known as photosynthesis. Then here is this photosynthesis, especially if you observe, there is a one carbon dioxide, then 6 CO2, then 12 H2O water. So then only it forms the glucose. Presence of here is sunlight. So which takes place inside the plant body, that is the leaves. So inside leaves is there chloroplast is there. So then these chloroplast also one pigment is there, that is the chlorophyll pigment is there. Chloroplast is cell organelle. Then inside there is a chlorophyll is pigment. So then only if you observe, this is there C6H12O6, this is the glucose form. Then another one 6O2 as well as water also is there. Water also it's produced. So this is the basic. This is the equation of the photosynthesis. Then these photosynthesis, especially it's produce oxygen. It's produce oxygen and glucose. That means these photosynthesis, especially one cell organelle is there. What is that cell organelle? So there is a chloroplast. If you observe the plant, so there is, if you observe this is the leaf. So inside leaf there is this cell organelle is there, that is the chloroplast. So these chloroplast cell organelle only responsible for the photosynthesis. If you observe inside the structure of chloroplast, there is a 3 layers is there. How many layers is there? 3 layers is there. But one layer inside the layer is associated inside the stroma. So outer layer, there is a outer layer and middle layer and also is there, but 3 layer inside the layer only associated in the pigment in the stroma. So inside there is a stroma, known as stroma. Stroma. So third layer, inside layer associated inside the stroma. That is. So generally it has 3 layers, but 2 layers only outside only is there. But inside the layer is associated inside the stroma. So if you observe, there is a inside is some sac-like structure is there. So here is this sac-like structure. So this sac-like structure known as thylakoid. So this is the sac-like structure that is known as thylakoid. So these sac-like structure, it form different type of many sac-like structures. It form like a bag-like structure. This whole structure known as grana. This whole structure known as grana. Grana or granum. Grana is the plural form. Granum is the singular form. So that is the grana. So one is thylakoid. It forms many sac-like structures and it will form a one bag-like structure that is known as grana. So inside there is a many granas is there. So these thylakoid of grana only responsible for the light reaction. Light reaction takes place thylakoid of grana. So this area thylakoid of grana takes place light reaction. This is the grana. This one is grana. So light reaction takes place in the grana. Light reaction takes place in the grana. So but inside the stroma there is a enzymatic portion is there. So here is some enzymes is there. That is the enzymatic portion is there. So those enzymatic portion, these that is known as stroma. So inside the stroma only takes place, that is the inside the stroma takes place, that is the dark reaction. Dark reaction. Dark reaction. So light reaction takes place in the grana or thylakoid of grana, whatever may be. Then stroma only takes place, that is the dark reaction takes place in the stroma. Stroma. So that is the, this stroma is which type of structure? This stroma, inside there is a enzymatic portion is there. Enzymatic portion is there. So suppose there inside here is some thylakoids also, they are connection each other. Connection each other. There is a some straw-like structures is there. That is the connection each other. Then there is a DNA molecule also is there. Here one DNA also is there. That is the starch molecule also present inside the chloroplast. So there is chloroplast inside. There is a pigment. That pigment known as chlorophyll. So there is a pigment inside the chloroplast. There is a pigment is there. That is the chlorophyll. So this chlorophyll, based on there is a different type of colors. So that's why that is the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B is there. Chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. So that is the blue green and yellowish green. Yellow green chlorophyll. A means blue green color is there. B means yellow orange color or yellow green color also is there. So that is the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. So these pigments, there is approximately, if you observe, 250 to 400 pigments present inside the chloroplast. So 250 to 400 pigments also present inside the chloroplast. So these inside there is a chlorophyll, there is a one molecule is there. So that molecule is magnesium molecule is there. Mg, magnesium molecule is there. So that is the magnesium molecule. So in our blood there is a iron molecule is there. So like that inside the chlorophyll also, that is a magnesium molecule also present inside the chlorophyll. Present inside the chlorophyll. Next, another thing also is there inside also, if you observe, there is a sunlight is there. So sunlight, this is the solar energy. This sunlight, it fall it fall automatically, automatically fall on the leaves. So that time inside the leaves first thylakoids activated. So activated absorb the sunlight. That is the photons absorb the sunlight. So then only it will be activated. So then only activated. So that means here there inside of water molecule is there. So automatically these water molecules spilted into H plus ion and OH minus ion. H plus ion and OH minus ion. So H plus ion and OH minus ion. So H plus ion and OH minus ion. So these hydrogen ion only, is spilted. Water molecule spilted into two ions, that is H plus ion and OH minus ion. So then only these observed by the Robert Hill. So that's why this reaction is known as Hill reaction. Hill reaction. Hill reaction. So Hill reaction. So why we call a Hill reaction? Here is observed by the Robert Hill scientist. So that's why that is the Hill reaction. Next, hydrolysis or photolysis. So hydro means water. Water is filtered. So that's why that is the lysis. Hydrolysis or photolysis. So that is the hydrolysis. Water molecules filtered. So that is Hill reaction. Then another one here is there is a different type of assimilatory powers also is there. That is the ATP and NADP. ATP and NADP. So these ATP and NADP known as assimilatory powers. ATP and NADP known as assimilatory powers. Assimilatory powers. So these ATP means adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. NADP means nicotinamide, adenosine dinucleotide phosphate. Dinucleotide phosphate. So this is the ATP and NADP. Next one here is in light reaction. If you observe, there is a light reaction. Automatically they are using inside using light. Then automatically light and water they are using. Then only it form the glucose. That is. Next another one is these NADP. NADP they are utilizing the H plus ions. So here also automatically it form the NADPH. NADPH. That means nicotinamide, adenosine, dihydrogen phosphate. Hydrogen molecule is added. Next here also triphosphate sometimes there is also ADP, form the ADP. That means one adenosine diphosphate. So one molecule is its automatical reduction of this component. So that's why it formed the ADP also. Okay. So these adenosine phosphate, dihydrogen phosphate also it formed. So in these several reactions continuously occurs inside the chloroplast. Then only they are prepared their food then only they are prepared the food that is the glucose or starch. That is in light reaction. Next another one, once capture the sunlight, then automatically it will reactions automatically start inside the chloroplast. So that means if sometimes the sun is not there, so some environmental conditions also there is not good, so that time also plant they are able to prepare their food materials. So that is the special mechanism of these inside the stroma, that is the enzymatic portion. So that means in dark reaction, one pigment is there, one component is there in dark reaction, that is the RUBP. RUBP means ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate. Ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate. So these components only automatically it's yeah, by the using of ATP and as well as its using of carbon dioxide. So then only it prepare the food, that is the glucose or starch. So it's it's continuously they are prepare their food. There are several components or several components or materials. They are continuously several reactions also occurs inside the enzymatic portion with the help of RUBP and carbon dioxide. Then only it form the starch or glucose. So that is the inside the dark reaction. Inside the dark reaction. Just you should remember. So dark reaction takes place in the stroma. Light reaction takes place only thylakoid of the gram. So this is a major thing of chloroplast. Next, another one also is there. Another topic that is there is a which type of materials which type of chemicals we are using the present inside the starch, that is the iodine and betadine. Betadine and iodine we are using inside the starch present inside the leaves or starch, whatever may be, iodine and betadine. These two we are using for identification of the starch inside the plant. So next, if starch is there, that color is turning blue-black color. So that time we are using iodine and betadine also. So that is a synthetic. Next, another one, if you observe these old plants also, especially they are capable of the photosynthesis process especially. Then another one is